Red 5 standing by. Force will be with you.
Hey everyone, so I'm making this video to talk about my newly acquired Star Wars Arcade 1-Up arcade cabinet that I'm very excited to have. So a little, I guess, backstory first, excuse me, as far as my history with that game. So that arcade game came out in 1983. So I was right in the prime time of my, childhood and my obsession with Star Wars. And I was never a huge arcade kid because, I was one of four kids and my parents didn't have a lot of money to give us to play them. But I would play them from time to time, especially at my local roller rink. And they had that Star Wars cabinet there. And I remember the first time I saw that, I was just blown away that you could sit there and feel like you're flying an X-Wing fighter and fighting TIE fighters, and the vector graphics really kind of stood out, and the sound with the digitized voices and all the phrases from the movie just kind of pulled you right in, and it was just very magical to play that as a kid. It was just mind-blowing. So I always touted, even up until recently, that is the Star Wars Arcade is my favorite arcade game of all time. It's probably the one that I played the most, and it's very well kind of balanced because even if you're not very good, you feel like you're doing well because you can pretty easily at least get to the trenches in the Death Star, and sometimes it's not even a young child could probably fairly easily blow up the Death Star without too much problem. So that's probably one of the things why I liked about it that I liked about it as a kid was that I felt like I was doing good at it. But even that being said, even without playing it, it was fun just to watch other people play it and just watch the demo and listen to the sound effects and the voices and everything. So I just was always blown away by that cabinet back when I was a child. So it is definitely my favorite arcade game of all time. Probably a close second would be Tron. I haven't really thought about a list or anything, but just off the top of my head, Tron is another favorite of mine. But there's early '80s arcade games I just love. And so when Arcade 1-Up first came out, I was actually very dismissive of it. I just thought it was just going to be junk. Like a lot of the retro stuff that's coming out, like those little tiny things, and just it's kind of like a popular thing right now, a trend. And I even played one at a Walmart a couple years ago, I think when they first came out, and I was like, this thing's it's weird, it's small, it's just, not my thing. But then, I started watching other people kind of praise them and start collecting them, and I kind of, gained a little bit more of an interest in it and started kind of paying more attention to what people were saying about them and how they are. Oh, there it is. Good. It plays by itself every couple minutes because I have it set up that way, which is so cool because it's like an arcade in my room here. But anyway, I'll let that play out. Anyway, where was I? Oh, I was just talking about other people's videos and such. And I was like, okay, so these things a lot of people are really liking these things. They are making little mini arcades in their in their basements and stuff like that. And I was like, and some people, I think the first wave of them weren't that good and had some issues. But I think this is like the third wave of them, this particular cabinet, along with like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and a couple others. And a couple people got this particular one and were just saying this was the best one ever. And when I realized that they were going to put out a Star Wars one, I was like, oh man, you got to be kidding me. That's one that I really am interested in because that's my favorite arcade game. And with its smaller size, it would fit in my room okay. And I was kind of like, my ears kind of perked up. So, and in particular, Michael B. the Game Genie, he was a great YouTuber. He's a member of the club, I think, as well, and great guy. He got one. He's got a whole slew of them, and he was saying how great it was, and that kind of sold it for me. I was like, okay, now I got to get one. So I really kind of have my, I was kind of honed in on definitely getting one at some point. I didn't know when. And I've been watching the prices, and they've been kind of dropping and kind of going all over the place. Some places had them for $500, some places had them for $450. And every once in a while, you'd have like a one-day sale where it was like really, really cheap. So I was kind of like, and I don't ever buy anything for myself. So my wife knew that I was kind of interested in it. And I was talking to Michael B on Twitter, just saying how much I was really close to probably getting one. I really want one really bad, but I don't know when it's going to happen because, everything's so weird now with this COVID-19 and everything. And literally like 5 minutes later, my wife sent me a screenshot of her order screen from Amazon that she ordered it for me. And I was like, oh my gosh. So my wonderful wife actually bought that for me, partially as a birthday gift. I just had a birthday in April. And I think partially just to, help kind of deal with the monotony of life right now with all that's going on and kind of cheer me up a little bit. Because we don't usually buy things like this, spontaneously. But she just got herself a Switch as well, so she's been enjoying Animal Crossing and playing that. So I guess she decided to, give me some pleasure as well. So it came fairly quickly within a couple of days. I think I had it maybe 5 days. It was through Amazon. It was free shipping and everything. So I got it for $415, which is a pretty good price. Ironically, it just went on like a flash sale the other day. Maybe it was for May the 4th, but it was like $350 with a free toy of some sort. But it was just like for one day or something. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. But then it was the next day, it was gone. So anyway, I'm very happy with the price that I got because let me tell you, I'm going to show you this thing, but I am blown away at the quality of this thing and the accuracy of it. And it's so responsive and it feels great. I've been playing it now every single day, for about a week or so, and I cannot praise it enough. It is beautiful looking. The artwork on there is great. It's all the original artwork from the original Star Wars cabinet, and the flight yoke feels just like it did in the arcade, and the screen is nice and bright and clear. So I'm very, very happy with the quality of it, the look of it, and more importantly, how it plays and how it feels. So, very, very excited with having this in my room. And I've always kind of left that spot over there for maybe one day getting an arcade. And there it is. It's sitting there now. So, I mean, I just redid the room recently. You can watch my video on that. And now with this in here, it's like, wow. It's like, this is like the ultimate dream room that I've always had. So, and Star Wars, this cabinet here is like the culmination of so much that is about me. It's an early 80s arcade game. It's Star Wars. It's, just so much of my childhood. So it just really means a lot to have this particular arcade machine here in my home. I never would have dreamed that I could have that in my home. And out of all the arcade machines out there, this would be the one that I wanted. And sure enough, the Arcade One-Up made it. So I was super excited to see that and to get it and to now play it. And man, it holds up. I've been playing it. It is so fun. It's such a good game. Now that being said, it does come with 3 games, actually. It comes with the original Star Wars the Arcade, Empire Strikes Back, which was a upgrade kit that arcade owners could apply to the original cabinet and upgrade to the Empire Strikes Back. But it didn't do very well because a lot of the arcade owners were like, well, Star Wars is doing so well, I don't see any point in upgrading it because we're still making tons of money off Star Wars. So, and then it also has Return of the Jedi, which is not a vector-based graphics game. It is I think they call it a Rastar or something like that. I don't know what that means, but it's pixel-based arcade game. And that actually came out before The Empire Strikes Back. But it's in the order of Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. But anyway, I haven't played too much of the other 2 games. I did play Return of the Jedi. I don't like it very much. It's not a very good game. I haven't put a lot of time into it, but it's just not my thing. It's an isometric kind of Zaxxon kind of style, and it's just really hard and just not my thing. But Empire Strikes Back, I can see myself getting into that once I kind of master the original arcade, which I'm really into right now. So I'll probably go ahead and prop the camera up and show you I'll hold the camera and show you the cabinet, and then I might show some gameplay. So I'm doing real well. I finally cracked 1,000,000 points. I've been kind of neck and neck with Michael B, the Game Genie, and he cracked 1,000,000 points and got that 3rd place spot on the ledger board or whatever you call it, leaderboard. And I finally got there. He's just ahead of me with a couple of, couple 100 points or something. But it's been fun playing along with him and trying to beat his score. So that's been really fun. Well, let me grab the camera and I'll show you this awesome cabinet, and then we'll show some gameplay. All right, so here's kind of a broad shot of my room. I'll go ahead and pan the room real quick to show you where there's my cat sound asleep. To show you where it sits in my room, and here's the the main side there with the consoles and the TV and the games. And there it sits over there, right in my little cubby there, which just looks great to me. So as you can see, it's got this custom riser on it. Here's this wonderful flight yoke that just feels great and never disappoints when you're playing it. It's so responsive, and I can't praise it enough. It feels great. And it's got the light up marquee, which is really cool. And the side art there is, just like it was in the arcade, the original cabinet. So there she sits in my room. And I guess I will, oh, and putting this thing together, I'll show some clips of that. I think I recorded some of it. I know I recorded some of it. I'll put some maybe quick clips in there. Bobby helped me a little bit. But it was fairly easy to put together, and directions were nice and clear. So yeah, it was fun to put together. It was a fun little project. It took me about an hour or so, I think, to put it together. All right, so let me see if I can set the tripod up and get this, get some gameplay going here. Okay, I guess you can see this okay. I'm going to show you this when you first turn it on, what it looks like. It has a quick little load screen here, and it has the Arcade 1-Up little logo screen. And the sound is great. It's stereo sound, nice and bassy. It's got a great sound. So here's the 3 games. And each one of the games has settings you can mess with. I don't really mess with those too much. And let's go ahead and see if I can beat my high score. So if you're going for a high score, see these are on mine here, Duke with no E. But my highest score is 1,070,425. So that's what I'm trying to crack there, is to get to the next level, or to beat Michael B, which I think he has 1,093 or something like that.
Good try, standing by.
So I always start with hard because you get the $800,000 point bonus when you blow up the Death Star for the first time. So that's what I always do. Let's give us a try here. Love those voice samples. Ah.
Look at the size of that thing.
Ah. Not doing very well. Usually don't get hit at all until I get to the Death Star. But I'm nervous because you guys are watching.
Use the force, Luke.
Now, if you don't shoot these things, you're using the Force, and you get a bonus for that too. So always try to do that. Ah, come on.
Luke, trust me.
I do trust you. Just it's
I'm
hard.
trying to increase the power.
Oh, come on. Lost all my shields. So getting those shields, I'm not doing very well, but I got 970,000, which isn't bad for getting, but I'm going to get hit probably during this phase, because jeez. That was Darth Vader I just shot.
Chris 5, I'm going in.
983, it's not bad. But I got one shield. Yikes. Aw, oh, come on.
I got for two. Use the force, Luke.
Ah. Well, I cracked a million, so it wasn't terrible, but
Remember, the force, Luke.
I didn't beat my high score. There you go. It's fantastic. I love it. I'll go ahead and show you real quick.
Standing by.
You can hold all four of these buttons in and it resets to the main screen where you can pick another game. I'll go ahead and show you Empire real quick. It's a very similar game. It's just you're shooting AT-ATs and stuff instead of TIE fighters and such.
He could destroy us. May the force be with you.
Let's just do medium on this one, I think.
There's a meteorite hit the ground near you. Or of some kind.
Gotta shoot their transmissions before they get to the Empire. I haven't played this one much at all, so
Force is with you.
you get bonus, Jedi bonus somehow. I'm not really sure how that works, but
That is the system. I'm sure Skywalker is with me. We have spotted Imperial walkers.
honestly, I don't think I ever saw this as a kid in the arcade. I don't ever remember this game at all.
Use your harpoon and fall table. Shield doors must be closed. The force is with you. Prepare to make the Delta light speed. I want that.
This is cool. You actually get to fly the Millennium Falcon, which, how cool is that?
The son of Skywalker must not become a Jedi.
That's the Emperor. Now you just gotta dodge these things.
Droids not concern me after all. Oh, thank goodness we're coming out of the asteroid field. The force is with you. He could destroy us.
So there you go. That's the three waves of this game.
Or die.
So I will show
Pick up
you
something outside of this.
the Return of the Jedi. The one that I don't care for too much.
The security deflector shield will be deactivated when we have confirmation of your close.
Now This one kind of, I think I might remember seeing this one as a kid. It looked kind of familiar to me when I first saw it, but I don't remember much about it. I never played it, I don't think, or didn't play it a lot. So I'm just not a fan of this kind of game, to be honest with you, but it could get fun if I give it a shot. I'll probably put some time into it and see if I can master it. Yeah, it's just not, it's kind of hard to see when you're this close. I don't know, just not my kind of game. Yeah, so there you go. It's hard.
Wonderful. We are now.
That's all I'm going to show for that one. So there you go. Alright, that's it. I'm going to put the camera back and just say goodbye. Alright guys, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed this little video here. Anyway, if I could, if you guys are interested in the arcade cabinets at all, with this particular one, I highly recommend it. I love it. I've had it for, like I said, about a week now. It plays great. It sounds great. It looks great. I'm very happy with it. And for the price that I paid, I don't think you can beat it. I mean, it's just to have a very accurate arcade version of that game for that price, to me, is not too bad. Because if I were to try to get a real one, it probably costs a couple $1,000 or something. So anyway, that being said, thanks for watching. And yeah, I got poison ivy is no joke. I got it all over my dang arms from working out in the yard, and I wasn't smart enough to protect myself well. Got it all over my neck and my face, so stay away from the poison ivy. That's your PSA for today. But in all seriousness, hope everybody's doing well with this COVID-19 thing. It's been, it's stressful, and it's kind of, gloomy, and lots of negativity about it, lots of fear, and, try to keep your spirits up. It'll be over soon enough, I hope. Hope everybody's being responsible and keeping their distance and doing the right thing, because I don't think it's a joke. It's, a lot of people dying. It's very, very sad. So try to keep yourself preoccupied with some positive things. Hopefully this, was something fun to watch. So I'll see you next time. Thanks again, and appreciate the comments and the likes. And if you want to subscribe, that'd be great too. So thanks a lot.
Stay in attack for me. Press 5 and going in.